Hello everyone. Today I'll be teaching you how to draw in the Kooleen art style on ibisPaint X for beginners. So okay, so the first step you want to do is to find a picture of a good looking person off of Pinterest, and then you want to import that into ibisPaint X, and you want to lower the opacity and throw on a frame grid tool thingamajig on it. Next, what you want to do is save that photo. The next thing you want to do is to make that reference photo smaller and then do a split screen so that things will be easier to look back and forth at later. The next step would be to break things down into the most basic shapes possible. So, for example, the human body can be broken up into pretty basic shapes. Like the head is an oval, the torso area is a trapezoid, the hands and feet are also trapezoids, the pelvis area is like a pentagon shape, and the limbs and neck are sticks. Draw that out and then liquefy it so the shapes kind of match up to how things look in the grid for your reference photo. So like it can help you proportionalize things later when you add more detail to your sketch. The next thing you want to do is actually start to add detail to your sketch. So you want to give this person a face, you want to give him some hair, you want to give him some clothes. So basically for the hair and for the clothes, you just want to draw what you see. Try to simplify things more. For the face area though, you want to make sure to make the cheekbone, the chin, and the jaw area a little more sharper and angular. Same thing with the eyes and the eyebrows. Another thing you want to remember when doing your sketch is the 50-50-50 rule. Basically, half of your face is where your eyes are, half of your eyes to your chin is where your nose is, and half of your nose to your chin is your mouth. And your eyes are one eye apart-ish. Make sure you follow those rules, and those should also help you get her style down. Another thing is that when Kooleen draws ears, she usually puts this thingy-majig inside. Use airbrush when doing your pupils. Make sure also to do everything on separate layers. For example, the eyes on a different layer, the pupils on a different layer, the hair on a different layer, the head or any skin part showing on a different layer, the clothes on a different layer, so it's easier to paint later. Once you're finished with your sketch, you want to put them all in a folder, and then you want to duplicate that folder just in case, so like later if you make a mistake when you're like merging something and you didn't want to merge it but too late to go back and press the undo button, you can just delete it and then duplicate the sketch layer again. What we're going to do now is we're going to start painting, and you're going to go to your skin layer where you have all the skin parts showing, and you're going to add a layer beneath that, and you're going to lasso all the areas which you want to paint in skin color. Then you're going to use pen fade and you're going to color that all in. Once you're finished with that, you're going to merge your base color down with the whole skin layer, and then you're going to start adding shadows with soft pastel. Soft pastel works really well for blending and for adding softer shadows. If you want to go for like really hard shadows, use like pen fade. So when adding shadows, make sure to add one around the eyes to make it look like he kind of has pink eye, but don't worry, you gotta trust the process. It won't look like he has pink eye, okay? Just trust me on this one. The next thing you want to do, you want to add this little shading around the face. She does this a lot in her paintings, like as this shading around the face. Use soft pastel when you're doing this because it doesn't exactly give off the airbrush effect, but it's soft enough to like work with the painting still. Once you're finished with like shading around the eyes, the nose, ear part, and the face part, for the neck, just make sure to like use a V as a shadow and then color in that V. Once you're finished with that, use airbrush and go in for like a blush, because like she does that. So put that around the eyes and the nose area and the ear area. If you want to do the forehead area and the jaw area, that's okay too, but like just don't overdo it in those areas. After that, you want to grab a highlight color and you want to put that on the nose area, and depending where the light's coming from, on the cheekbone area. I'm color picking from Kooleen because like the best way to mimic her style is to use her colors too, right? Like come on. And plus I always color pick from her, so like yeah. Anyways, once you're finished with that basically has the skin finished. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the mouth layer, and we're going to take the liner of that and we're going to add a layer beneath that, and we're going to use airbrush and we're going to just airbrush a lip color. But it looks really bad right now, but that's why we're going to use liquefy and make it look more into like lips. And then we're going to add a more saturated color towards the middle, and then we're going to add a little highlight. Once we're finished with that, we're going to go back to the skin layer and we're going to add a shadow beneath the lips and a highlight on top of the lips. Once you're finished with that, you're going to merge the line layer and lip layer together, and yeah, that's basically it for the lip. What we're going to work on now is the clothes. You basically fill that in with a base color and then color it how you see the reference photo is. So for example, in mine, I see that mine has a gradient on like the shoulder area, so I'll add a gradient there. You can simplify the outfit if you want to, or give them a different outfit. For example, in mine, I didn't add the lines or the zipper because like I didn't want to do that. So like the clothes is basically copying what you see from that and giving it an outline. outline because like Kooleen stuff usually has an outline around those things. The next thing you want to color is the hair. The hair is very simple to do. Just outline the basic shape of it that you got from your sketch and then fill that in, and then where there's shadows, use pen fade and then put in those shadows, and then same thing with highlights and then blend them out with soft pastel. Once you're finished with that, move on to the eyes. The whites of your eyes aren't exactly white, so when you're color picking, make sure you get that too. And then you're going to go in for a darker color and go in on like the top of the eye area, and you're going to darken that up. Once you're finished with that, you're going to take a desaturated reddish color and color in the tear ducts as well as the side of the eyes because your eyes are fleshy. And then that's basically it for the whites of the eyes. Very simple. So now you're going to go to your pupil layer. You're going to add another layer and then clip it onto the pupil layer, and you're going to color in whatever color your reference's pupils are. And then once you're finished with that, you're going to add a darker blackish color towards the middle for the dark black part of your pupil, or whatever it's called. I've been calling the pupil the iris and I'm confused, but the dark part of your eye, color that whatever color your references is, and then color the center an even darker, usually black color. And then you're going to merge that layer down to your base pupil layer or iris layer, whatever you want to call it. I don't know at this point. And then you're going to add a highlight to the eyes to make them pop. Make sure to give your person plastic surgery to make them look better. Don't forget to flip your canvas. And then once you're done with that, you don't have to add a background. Like Kooleen sometimes adds a background and sometimes she doesn't. It's all up to you. I'm kind of going to add a background. I was too lazy to actually draw the background in the reference, so yeah. This is why we're here, guys. Anyways, that's how you basically draw like Kooleen. I hope this video helped you. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. My throat is tired. Okay, bye.